Hello, everyone. My name is MJ Rodriguez. Today, I'm interviewing Swicegood, one of our tech department's experts here on campus. We are going to talk about today 3D printing. Ty, thank you for joining us today.
Oh, I'm glad to be here.
First question: what is the most challenging print issue you ever encountered, and how did you resolve it?
One of my most challenging prints, uh, it was a very large volume print, so I had to be accurate from the bottom to the very
Yeah.
top, and it used up most of the volume of one of the MakerBot. Uh, to be truthful, I printed it multiple times, and I ended up having to slice it and make multiple parts and glue it
Oh,
together because I couldn't make it in just one print.
yeah. Second one, how did you approach optimizing 3D models for printing?
There's a lot of different ways. One of the things I do for my 3D models, since I'm still using mostly PLA filament, is the supports. So I optimize the supports. I have an app that takes my model and it rotates it so it can have most of the supports underneath it, and it makes these organic looking supports. I know you've seen these 3D
Yes,
models and they're just straight vertical. This organically makes it's kind of
like a ball
it is
almost.
yeah, it's almost like art in
Yeah,
itself how it makes the supports, but it'll take the model and it finds its center of gravity, if you will, and then it makes the most minimal supports that it can to support it.
okay, thank you. Third question, can you explain the trade-offs between different 3D printer technology, FDM, SAL, SLS, or for specific appliance?
Yeah, most of my experience has been in just normal 3D printing, as for PLA, nylon, ABS, and then some resin printing.
Yes.
Um, yeah, in those the ones that you've mentioned, some of the trade-offs is uh, like resin printing. You've got to take care of that re- resin liquid that you put in it. Um, there's a lot more care that you have to take in your material and
Yeah.
stuff. It's not like what we're using in here, where we can just
Print it.
set it on the
Yeah.
shelf and come back to it a month later. Um, some of the others that are used in manufacturing, just have a lot more higher tolerance. So the uh, the filament itself has to be really good. It can't be cheap filament.
Yeah.
Um, so cost of materials.
Okay, thank you. How do you assure the best print quality when working with different materials such as flexible filament
Uh,
or resin?
so the best thing or best advice I can give is control your environment. Um, I make sure my temperature and humidity, where I'm printing it. Now you can buy fancy 3D printers for the consumer market that it kind of controls some of that. But I started 3D printing. I don't know, it's been close to 20 years now. So
That's a
uh,
long way.
yeah, you didn't have things.
Yeah.
They were very very simple. So you had to control your environment,
Yeah.
and that's you know I didn't realize the environment at the time had that much impact, but uh, you know controlling humidity and
Yeah.
temperature really helps.
Okay. Last question. What do you see as the future of 3D printing, particular in the areas like manufacture, healthcare, or sustainability?
Um, I can speak to my brother-in-law. Ran a very large company. They did injection molding. Um, so they'd have big hopper. This machine has these big hoppers of
Yeah.
plastic, and it's got a uh, metal mold in there, and it injects it and it pops it out, and it's for high volume printing. Well, he made plastic parts for kitchens.
Yeah.
high-end kitchens, you think of a drawer and all of the things that takes to operate and mount the drawer. So he got into the experimental 3D printing early on, and it's amazed me to see that the same thing that would have cost $200,000, 25 years ago, now you can get for $500 off of
Yeah.
Amazon. So it's been neat seeing that get to a lower point. I think we're going to see, uh, and you already see it now in manufacturing. People can quickly make prototypes.
Yes.
So it's helped, small companies envision and create a product and see how it works before investing a lot of
Yeah.
money. The other thing that I know in healthcare, you're already seeing where they are making implants and things for the human body. I
Yes.
mean, I think we're going to see some more uh, friendly, friendly material that our bodies don't reject, and we're going to start seeing, uh, valves for the
Yeah.
heart, different things that are going to be manufactured that just wasn't conceivable even 20 years ago.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Ty, again for being a part of this interview.
Thanks, MJ. Thank you for having me.